Hello, my name is Fikry bin Farizal and I'm from class DME43 Charlie. My alarm ID is 018922. So this video is dedicated for the 3D modeling project, and the model that I chose to do as my project is a single cylinder engine. Hope you will enjoy the video that I've made for this project. Thank you. So this is the first part for my project. This is the lower case for my single cylinder engine. So we'll start from the top. So this is what we start with. So this is the basic sketch. So first, what I did was I made a circle with a 34 mm radius diameter and a second circle with a 50 millimeter diameter. And after that I did a center line here, and I used trim entities and cut off the other side of the circle. After that, once I was done with that, I continued to boss extrude. Use the feature boss extrude, and I did 20 millimeters on one side on the first direction and 5 millimeters on the second direction. On the second direction. So in the end, this is what I'm left with. So this is the first one. The next one, this is the next step. So back to the sketch. So this is the sketch. So the first thing I did was I made another circle, a bigger circle with 145 millimeter diameter, based on the center point, of course. I did that, and then after that I used the lines. I used these lines. Starting from here, I drew a line up here, here, and connected it to the circle. I didn't connect it to the circle, I just drew it past the circle. And after that, I set the dimensions. So 52 millimeter here, 65 millimeter here, and this one will be overshooting from here. So from there, I just took trim entities and I just trimmed the excess line, and I'm left with this. This is what I'm left with. And after that, what I did was boss extrude, as you can see. So I'm just going to show you boss extrude edit feature. So yeah, so I did boss extrude for 5 millimeter on direction 1 on the other side, this side, at the back side. So that's it for this step, and I'm left with this. The next step, which is a plane. So basically, yeah, as you can see when I do this, yeah, so this is just a reference geometry. Let me see. Yeah, it was supposed to be here, somewhere here. So I did a reference geometry here. The distance would be 40 mm, and I reversed it so that it will be on this side. So I did this reference geometry is basically for the next part, which is to mirror it. So once I did the reference geometry, I mirrored it. So I took the mirror, I took the plane here, and I used the feature mirror entity, and I used this as the mirror, and this as the object. So after that, it will automatically mirror it and put it on the other side. So that will be the next step, and that's done for that. You'll be left with this part, but that's still not done yet. We still have one more part, one more step, which is the last one, which will be left with this. So back again with the sketch, edit sketch. So basically this is what I did, as you can see here. So to put it simply, I just did a circle. I did a circle again. I did a circle around here, about 5.64 millimeters, less than the first one, which is this would be 145 mm circle, and the distance between this and this is 5.64 millimeters. So how I got rid of the excess circle is that I put a line here, and I also put a line here so that I can easily trim the excess line here, and also the other half of the circle here. So that's how I use the feature trim entities here to trim off the excess that I don't need. And after the basic sketch is done, I boss extrude. Yeah, I used this part here, the sketch that I did just now, and I boss extrude as much as 75.00 millimeter. Or yeah, that's basically just it. And then once you're done with that step, that's basically all of the steps that are needed to make the first part of the single cylinder engine. Wait, after you're done, always save it in isometric view. Okay, so as you can see, this is the single cylinder engine's first part, lowercase. Alright, on with the next one. So this is the second part for my single cylinder engine. As you can see, this is a crankshaft. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the first thing again. Start from origin. So the first step that I did was this circle thing right here, the cylinder thing. So edit sketch. So this one is just a simple one. Just make a circle with a 34 mm diameter. Next, what you do is you boss extrude it. As you can see, I boss extrude it as much as 25 mm. The next step is this back part right here. So edit sketch. So what I did was basically from the origin, I drew a circle, but this time I made it with a 38 millimeter diameter. 38 millimeter diameter, and that is just a sketch. Next, wait, sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so yeah. Next is we edit the feature. Edit feature, and I did this. As you can see, that's as much as 8 millimeter reverse side on the back side. So that's it for the second step. The next step is, well, I could say a bit more challenging because there's a lot of things going on to make this, but it's okay. I can show you how to do it. So we'll use the back circle as our normal plane, and we'll sketch from there. So the first step will be, so as you can see, this is the origin point. So what I did was I took the center point arc here, I placed it here, and then pulled it all the way to here, and then another one to here. And once I'm done with that, I set it as horizontal. As you can see, wait, let me show you horizontal. And then I set the dimensions to 88 millimeters. 88 millimeters. And the radius would be 46 mm, as you can see there, 46 mm. So once this is done, on to the next part. As you can see, this is like a unfinished circle, which it is. So I made a circle here with a 42 millimeter diameter, and of course the circle has a origin point. What I did was I made the distance between this circle's origin point and this circle's origin point to about 25, for distance about 25 millimeters. 25 millimeters, sorry. And after that, I didn't erase the circle, I left it like that. The next step was I took the 3-point arc here. What I did was I put it one dot here, one dot here, and then I pulled it right here. And the same thing goes to the other side. 1 point here, 1 point here, and another one, pulled it right over here. And once I'm done with that, what I did was I took this one, I select this, right click, and then I control right click the circle like this, and then this, and then as you can see, it will come up these options right here. What I did was I select tangent for this side and also this side, both same thing. After you did that, there will be like a slight bent. It won't be straight, it won't be a line. So what I did was I took this and this, control right click, and then control right click the next origin. Sorry about that. Took this and this and made it same. See, horizontal, vertical, sorry. So that way the origin point will be the same, so it will be straight. And that's basically it for the sketch. The next step would be to boss extrude it. So you can see there it is. I extruded as much as 12 millimeters on the reverse side. And the last step would be, sorry, not the last step. We still have this. So again, sketch. The sketch is pretty straightforward. Made a circle with about 32 millimeters in diameter. The distance between the origin point of this circle and this is about 25 millimeters. And I boss extruded it as much as 15 millimeters. As you can see, 15 millimeters. Now once that's done, now we are at the last step for this part, which is this. This we would need to use the feature, the mirror, where is it? we will need to use the mirror entities. So edit feature. So as you can see, mirror face plane or bodies to mirror. So the mirror face plane will be this. This will be the, I'll zoom in so you can see this would be the mirror, the plane, and for the bodies to mirror would be this whole object. So once you press tick, okay, this is what you will end up with. And this will be the crankshaft. This is the second part for for my single cylinder engine. So this is the third part for my single cylinder engine. This, as you can see, is the crank rod. So let's start. So the first thing we would do is this. So the first thing I did was I did a circle, 4 circles to be exact, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this circle, the first circle will be 32 millimeters. The second one is 42 mm. The top one, the inner circle is 12.5 mm. The outer one is 25 mm. After that, I will determine the distance between the origin point, this origin point, and this origin point. The distance will be 120 mm. After that, I would boss extrude it 20 mm using mid plane. So 20 mm mid plane. So that's done. The next one. So this one is basically what I did was I selected this, I took this, click this, and this plane, and I converted entities. That's what I did. So in order to do this, first we must see the sketch. So this is a sketch. So it's very important to convert the entities before proceeding to this next step, because I did it without converting it, and I ran into some issues doing it. So make sure convert entities before proceeding to this next step. So I did this one straight line here from the center point, of course, and this straight line is, as you can see, it's a construction geometry. So after that, the dimensions that I put is between this and this is 8 millimeters. 8 millimeters. Once I'm done with that, I use the tangent arc. Wait, before I continue, the distance of this line here is 35 millimeters. I don't know why is it not appearing here, but it's supposed to be 35 millimeters. And after that, I took the tangent arc here. I took this line here, click this line, and this line here at the circle, and we'll be left with this. After that, I right click the circle and also the tangent arc, and I put it as tangent, so that will be like this. Once I'm done with that, I use the feature wait, mirror, yeah, I use this mirror entities. So entities to mirror, for the entities to mirror I chose this line and this line here, and for the mirror about I use this line. So, and then I'll be left with this curved line. So that's it for this sketch. After that, once we're done with the sketch, I boss extruded it. As you can see, boss extrude 12 millimeters mid plane. 12 millimeters mid plane. As you can see, we're almost done. The next step is to do this part here, this top part and also this lower part. Edit sketch. So yeah, the first step would be to draw a line, construction line, through the origin points, to this point and to this point, throughout the whole crank rod. And then after that, what I did is, before that, I needed to convert this. Just click this and press convert this circle and convert entities. And then next, I did this line. Just a simple line with 5 millimeter dimension. 5 millimeter dimension. And then I trim entities. Trim this and the excess line over here. And I use mirror entities. I took the entities to mirror would be this line, and the mirror about would be this line. So that's it. So you will end up with this. So just connect the lines from here to here and set the distance to 12.5 mm. 12.5 mm. After you're done with that, just control and click all three lines. This line, and also this line, and set it to symmetric. Now onto the down one. Basically the same thing. Just draw a line. Convert entities. Convert this circle. Convert entities. And then do this line. And trim entities. Trim this entity and trim the excess line. Set the distance for this line to 12 mm. And use the mirror entities. Mirror entities. This entities to mirror would be this, and mirror about would be this. Mirror about would be this line, and you'll end up with another line over here. So once you're done, connect the dots using a line here and here, and then set the distance to 34 mm. Before you leave, make sure to control right click this line, the construction line, and also this line, and set it to symmetric. That will be it for the sketch. The next would be to boss extrude it. Boss extrude it 12 mm mid plane. Let me just zoom in closer. 12 mm mid plane. 12 mm mid plane. Same throughout. Next would be this part. Next would be to fillet it. So choose the feature here. Feature will be fillet, will be here, and then as you can see, the parts that I fillet will be highlighted in blue. I set it as 1.5 mm, so it'll be here. Sorry, let me zoom in. here, this line, this line, this line, this line, this line here, this line here. Just make sure to select all of them together. That will be much easier. This line here, this here, this here, this one, and this one. And then once you clicked everything, what you will be left with is this. As you can see, it's nicely fillet. So there, and also down here. Yeah, so that's it for the fillet part. One last step. So let me just put, so in the end we have this, right? This thing right here. So the first way to do it is that we need to do a plane. So how to do that plane? Let me just add a feature. So I used the feature reference geometry and did a plane. This will be the plane, and it will be 6 millimeters, and it will be, the plane will be right here. Next, I will use this plane. I will use this plane. Sorry. I will use this plane, and this will be the sketch. This is a sketch. So how do I do this? I take the straight slot here, this one, straight slot, and just do this. The radius that I use is 4 millimeters, and the distance between this dot and the distance for this is 62 millimeters. After that, I use this. I use line and did a line on the origin point. Set it as a construction line, and I use smart dimension and just measure the distance between this and this to be 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters. Sorry. Oops, sorry. Okay. So once that's done, once you're done with the sketch, this is what we did. So we cut extruded through all, and then mirror. So mirror. So remember the plane that we did. So basically, the features to mirror will be this, and mirror face out plane will be the right plane here, will be this plane, and then you will end with this. So that will be it for the third part. So make sure you save it in, just make sure to hide the plane, hide the right plane. It should be there. So like I said, remember to save it in isometric view. And as you can see, this is not, for the other previous parts I forgot to tell you on how I determine the colors. So just gonna give you a really quick way to do it. So basically I go here and right click and appearances, press on appearances and press part 3 crank rod, and these options will show up. So see, as you can see, I can change it any way I want. So the color that I chose was green, dark green. So that's it. Just just choose the color and then press right click, but I already chose mine, so I don't have to do it, and save it like this. And that's it. That's it for the third part, which is the crank rod. So the next part is the fourth part of the single cylinder engine. That will be the piston. So this is the piston. Wait, sorry, this is not the piston. This is the piston. So yeah. So first we must do the base. So in order to do that, this is the sketch. As you can see, the blue lines is the sketch. So the first thing I did was I just drew what looks like this, but I took a line, this line, and I drew a line here to here, here to here, and I did this, and I did here. I drew a line here, 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 and here, and lastly here. So that's for that. And then I use smart dimension, and this line here will be 5mm, this here 3mm, and this line over here is 2.5mm. After that, and one last one, this here will also be 2.5mm. So once I'm done with that, I right click this and control right click this line and this line and also this line, sorry, and this line, and made it same. Wait, let me show you again. So this line, this line, this line, this line, and also this line, and made it equal. So all of this is 2.5mm, 2.5mm, and this line also the same 2.5mm. And once I'm done with that, remember there's a line here, right? Let me just draw one line for you so that you can understand what I'm saying. So one line here, right? One line here. So this line here, sorry for the ringing in the background if you hear that. So this line here, what I used was I used the 3-point arc, and I basically just connected it here and put here, and the dimensions will be 40mm for the radius, and it will turn out like this. So once I'm done with that, I will be taking this whole thing here and I will be offsetting it. So you can see right now, but basically I offset it. Let me just show you again. Here, offset entities, and then of course this is not what it looks like, but I will choose this one will be 2mm, and it will be in reverse. Just reverse. That's it. And click tick, but this is not what it looks like. So once I'm done with that, I took extended entities, and I just extended the lines where I wanted to, here and here, and I trimmed the excess entities, which is this line, any excess lines, and in the end what I'm left with is just this. This will be what I'm left with. This is the sketch. So once I'm done with that, once I'm done with the sketch, I will move on to I will use the feature revolve. I will use the feature revolve and revolve it 360 degrees. And when you click tick, you'll be left with this. This is the base. So that we have the body of the piston. Next is this part right here, this cut. Pretty simple. So this is it. So what I did was I drew a line down here, and then I selected this line and this line, and also this line, and made it midpoint here, and I drew a construction line here so that it will be easier for me to use the 3-point arc. So before I use the 3-point arc, I set the dimensions. The construction line will be 10 millimeters, and the distance between these 2 points will be 38 millimeters. Once I'm done with that, I use the 3-point arc, connected this, and the third dot will be connected at the center line. And that will be it. That will be the sketch. Nothing complex. Once I'm done with the sketch, I went to features. And I cut extruded 62 millimeters mid plane or through all. Yeah, mid plane, sorry, mid plane, because yeah, mid plane. So done with that, and off to the next one. So the next one will be to make these holes. So again, construction line from the top into the origin point. Sorry. First, make a circle using in the middle, a circle with 12.5 millimeter diameter, and make a line, construction line from the top into the origin point, and set the distance to 32 millimeters. 32 millimeters, you can see there. That's it for the sketch. Next, what I did was cut extrude. Again, the same mid plane, 62 mm. Done. Click tick. Done with that, and you will left with this. Almost done. So mid plane. So I did a plane here. This is front plane. This is the plane. This transparent plane here. So it is 12 mm from the front plane. Click tick, and I use this plane to sketch. You can use this plane to sketch. Edit sketch. So yeah, this is what we sketch. 14. Just make a bigger circle. 14.5 mm in diameter. Done with that. 14.5 mm. Once you're done with that sketch, just edit feature, sketch, and boss extrude it till up to next. That's it. Once you're done with that, this is what you will be left with. This is what we want. So now we want the same thing on the other side. So what we do, of course, we need to mirror it, edit feature. So using the front plane. So what I did, if you were to like do it, you have to make sure that the features to mirror is boss extrude 2, boss extrude, and then the mirror or plane that I use to mirror will be the front plane, this plane. And once you press tick, once you press OK, you will have that. See, both the same. Again, save it. Of course, you have to save it in isometric view. You want to change the color of the piston. Let me show you again. Right click this like rig, press appearances, press the part, and then you can choose whatever color that is that you want. So for me, I chose I think that's a purple. Yeah, I chose this. I don't need to save, but yeah, this, and that's done for the fourth part, the piston. Next is part 5, the fifth part for my single cylinder engine, which will be the gudgeon pin. So the gudgeon pin will be the easiest out of all the parts. So the first step will be to select right plane, and then this will be the sketch. This is the sketch of This is the only sketch we will be having for the gudgeon pin. So a circle, two circles, one would be 7.5 mm in diameter, and the second one will be 12.5 mm in diameter. And once you're done with that, boss extrude it as much as 50 mm. We're almost done. The next and last step will be to fillet it. Choose the option fillet, which is this one, and then choose these two faces, these two surfaces, 1 and 2, and fillet it as much as 0.5 mm circular. And that's it. That's it for the fifth part, which is the gudgeon pin. And as for the color, just go to this, right click, appearances, this one, and you can choose your color preference. For me, I chose red, and you can choose any color that you want. That's all. So this is the sixth part for my single cylinder engine. This is the uppercase. So let's start. First of all, you need to select the top plane to where you need to draw your sketch, and this is the sketch. So to make it simple, let me just, instead of explaining like how I used to, let me just do it side by side, the sketch. So first of all, you do 50 meter, 25 mm radius, 25 mm radius, which is like 50 mm in diameter. Click, take, select a line, make this line here, 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 and then one more line here. Let's just make this line, then choose it, make it a construction line, set the dimensions, 12 mm here, there should be it should be 50 mm in diameter. Yes, okay. And this one 65 mm meter, correct. Then you just select both of these, click tick before you do anything else. Select both of this, select this line, both of the lines, select this line and also this line, and mirror entities, mirror about this construction line, and done. And next you'll have to connect this line to this line. Done. Alright. Now once you're done, you just have to take this, delete that, delete, Y's. Okay, let's just delete this. Okay, now that you're done, you need to make this corner here, right? To make that corner, you just need to choose this sketch fillet and just choose the one that you want to fillet, right? This one, and done. The radius is 10 mm. Correct. Now once you're done, all you have to do to make it similar is just to trim entities. Trim entities. Done. That's it. Now you'll have the same thing. Done. There you go. So next we will need to boss extrude. Let's just get out of sketch. Exit sketch. Now we go both. So boss extruded. Next will be to boss extrude. So as you see there, you can see that, right? We need to make that. So we choose this plane and we start sketching. Sketch. So we need to choose this and convert entities, and then offset entities. Offset entities. Offset entities. Or let me check again.
Now choose descent, exit, keep 4 mm entities.
So yeah, 4 mm, correct. So as you can see, now there's this. Now what you need to do is just choose extended entities, make an extended line here, make an extended line, back, make it an extended line here. Sorry, where is it? Extended entities here. Once you're done, just choose trim entities and trim this excess. This, 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 and this. Now what you're left with is this. You're done. Next will be to boss extrude it. Boss extrude. Boss extrude this. Is and reverse. Make it in reverse. Direction, this direction, and make it 3 mm. 3 mm. That's it. Done. Now, once you're done with that, you will need to do the last one, which is this pattern right here. So this one is simple. Just choose this just choose, where is it, linear pattern, and choose this pattern right here. And on this axis, sorry, let me do it again. Mirror entities, no, sorry, not me, linear pattern, this one, and on this axis. Why is it not working? Linear pattern, faces and features would be this, and will be all along the line. This, okay, as you can see that will happen. So now just reverse it and make it as much as 17 mm. The spacing in between will be this. Let me check the spacing in between.
Operation 3 use pattern and keep 6 distance.
The spacing in between will be 6 mm. And there you have it, done. 6 mm. Now that's done. It'll give the same. Just have to choose your color and you will be done. Let me just show you one more time how do I choose the color. Choose part 6 here, right click, go to appearances, part 6, then choose your color, whatever you want. Mine, I chose brown, and that's it. Choose your color and save it. And that's it for the last part for my single cylinder engine, the uppercase. So now we're gonna start the assembly. So make sure you have all of your parts open, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and part 6. And then all you need to do is click this and make assembly from part, and this will show up. So you can just close this. Just insert components and choose, just bring everything out. This one, sorry, okay, back again. Just put everything in. And let me just here, and then crankshaft, crank rod, piston, engine pin, and that's done. So now we can start mating the parts. So just make sure this is fixed, this is float. Alright, now we just start mating. So click here and this end here and mate. and click yes. And now for this part, the lowercase and the uppercase, click that line and that line and mate. Alright, now choose this and this line, mate it. Nice. Now we're left with that. Next we check, next we do this. So choose the inner line and this line, mate it. And the inner line. Alright, nice. Yes. And then take the surface of this body and inside the surface. Correct. And choose this surface and this surface and tick. And then your piston is ready. Done. Now just move the piston here and move meet here and choose the surface of the uppercase and meet. And last but not least, you can choose this surface, click tick first and then mate again this part, the inside part of the crank rod and this part, and we're done. So now the piston can move freely up and down, up and down. Just rotate this, save it in isometric view so that you can see it better. Isometric view. So now if you need to just have to spin the crankshaft and the whole piston will move. And that's it for the assembly. And I think we have one last one before we can complete the video. So now I'm gonna show you how to make the exploding view animation. So first go to motion study, and then choose this camera, and then first what I do is I do the exploded view one by one. So let's do it. Choose exploded view, choose this and move it wherever you want, X, Y or Z axis. Alright. So I move it here. Then I click yes. After that I click this animation wizard here, this camera icon. Choose exploding view, choose exploding, press next. Duration I would like to put it for 3 seconds and the start time will be 0. Finish. So if we see, okay, that's the first part moving. Next, so we do this for all the other parts. So the next one, I choose the piston. I want it to move up. Oh, sorry, I don't want the piston to move first. So what I want is explode view again. Choose. This time I want to move the gudgeon pin. So choose the gudgeon pin. Move it backwards or forward if you want. For me, I want it to move forwards. And I choose yes. Choose tick. And then next one. Now you same. Go to the camera icon, animation wizard, choose explode, and then choose 3 seconds, and the start time will be where the previous bit ended. So just now the previous bit ended at 3 seconds, so the start time will be at 3 seconds. Then click finish. Done. Once you're done, you're left with this, play. So if I were to start it at the 0 seconds, this will happen. Alright, so on with the next one. Choose this, go to exploded view, choose this, and move upwards or anywhere that you want. Then click tick, camera icon, explode, next, duration 3 seconds, starting time 6 seconds, finish. Now on to the next one. That's done. Play it, explode it again, explode the view, choose this, choose it here, move it here, move it here, click tick, and then animation wizard, explode, next, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, finish, play it, next, explode the view, choose the crankshaft, move it again, move it here, press OK, animation wizard, explode, next, 3 seconds, finish, press play, let it play out, done, that will be it. I don't think I need to move the lowercase because there's no other components there. So let's just start from the beginning and I'll show you the motion study for exploding view. And that's it, you're done. That will be the animation for the exploding view. Okay, so I will be showing you all of the drawings for all of my parts from part 1 till the assembly drawing. So all of the parts, the drawings are made in A2 paper, and all of them are drawn in the third angle. So it will consist, so as you can see, it will consist the front view, top view, and the end view, or the right view. So this is the drawing for the first part and the necessary dimensions. So front view of the lowercase, top view of the lowercase, and also the end view for the lowercase. Next, so as you can see, I already opened everything, so it'll be easier. So the next one is the crankshaft. The crankshaft, same, third angle, everything's in third angle. So this is the front view for the crankshaft, the top view of the crankshaft, and the right view of the crankshaft, or the end view, and all the necessary dimensions. Here, yeah. The next one, the crank rod, front view, top view, and also the right view. Next we have the piston, front view and the necessary dimensions, top view, and also the right view or the end view. Part 5, the gudgeon pin, front view, top view, and also the right view. And the last part, the uppercase, front view, top view, and the right view. That's it for all the parts. And this is the assembly drawing. So you can see there's front view, top view, and also the isometric view. But as the requirement says, you don't have to have dimensions for the assembly drawing. So this is the assembly drawing. Again, front view of the assembly, the single cylinder engine, top view, and also the isometric view. So that is it for my 3D modeling project. I don't think I have anything else that I can say about my project. I have shown you how I did all the parts from part 1 to part 6, how I did the assembly, how I also did the motion study for the exploding animation, and I also showed you the animation for the exploding view for the single cylinder engine. And right now I've finished showing you all of the all of the drawings from part 1 to part 6 and also the assembly drawing. And you can also view these drawings in the folder that I already saved. And I think that is it. Thank you for taking your time and watching my video. I hope everything is okay and everything is understandable. And I hope that you have a good day. Thank you.